In November 2023, a spacecraft 15 billion miles from Earth started speaking in a language no one on the planet could read. Not silence, not static, something stranger than either. A steady, repeating radio signal arriving right on schedule every single day, like clockwork, like a heartbeat that refused to stop. The spacecraft was clearly alive, its transmitter was working. Its antenna was still locked, with impossible precision, onto a planet it had left almost half a century earlier. But whatever it was trying to say, nobody at NASA could understand a single word of it. For 5 months, one of humanity's greatest achievements went, for all practical purposes, silent. Not because it stopped talking, because it started talking in a code nobody alive could break. This is the story of Voyager 1, the most distant human-made object in the universe, and the mysterious signal that pushed a team of engineers to attempt something that had never been done before, repairing a computer older than the internet itself, from 16 billion miles away, using nothing but patience, 46-year-old blueprints, and a wait of almost 2 full days for every single reply. And here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. Even after they fixed it, they never found out exactly what broke it in the first place. That mystery is still open, right now, as you're watching this. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why some of the smartest engineers on Earth are still staring at data from a machine built in the 1970s, quietly admitting we don't fully know why this happened, and we don't know if it will happen again. Here's why this story matters more than you might think. Voyager 1 isn't just a spacecraft. It's the single farthest reaching thing the human species has ever built. Every phone call, every satellite, every rover we've ever sent, all of it is close to home compared to this one machine, drifting through the dark, completely alone, further from us than any human creation in history. And most people know the highlight reel, the launch, the photographs of Jupiter and Saturn, the famous pale blue dot picture, looking back at a tiny, fragile Earth from billions of miles away. But almost nobody knows what happened in the last few years, what Voyager 1 actually sent back, how close we came to losing it forever, and the strange, unresolved detail sitting underneath the entire event. A detail that even now, NASA has not been able to fully close the book on, because somewhere in that failure, something doesn't add up. Keep that in mind. We're going to come back to it. But first, you need to understand where this machine came from, because the story of Voyager 1 didn't begin with a mystery. It began with an almost impossible dream. It's 1977, Cape Canaveral, Florida. A rocket sits on the pad, carrying a spacecraft that weighs less than a small car, built from technology that, today, would be outperformed by a musical greeting card. Its onboard computer has less processing power than the key fob that unlocks your car door. And yet, the team behind it is about to attempt one of the most ambitious feats in the history of exploration. Every 176 years, the outer planets of our solar system fall into a rare alignment, a cosmic coincidence that allows a single spacecraft to visit Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune in one continuous journey, using each planet's gravity to slingshot toward the next. Miss this window, and nobody alive would see it happen again. The engineers had almost no room for error, no do-overs, no second launch if something failed. Just one shot into a void nobody had ever mapped in person. On September 5th, 1977, Voyager 1 lifted off. Bolted to its side was something almost poetic for a machine built purely for science, a golden record, a time capsule for the cosmos, greetings recorded in 55 languages, music from cultures across the entire planet, photographs, diagrams explaining where Earth sits among the stars, just in case, someday, something out there finds it and wonders who we were. Carl Sagan, who helped lead the team behind that record, once said it was launched into the cosmic ocean with hope, but without much practical hope of ever being found. It wasn't built to be found, it was built to keep going. Forever, if it had to. Nobody on that team in 1977 believed this spacecraft would still be transmitting home from beyond the edge of the solar system more than 4.5 decades later. But here's the first twist most people don't know. Voyager 1 was never actually supposed to keep flying outward past Saturn. Originally, mission planners debated sending the spacecraft toward Pluto. But there was a target that scientists wanted far more urgently. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, hidden under a thick, mysterious orange haze that no telescope on Earth could see through. NASA had to choose. Chase Titan's atmosphere or keep the option open to eventually reach Pluto. They chose Titan. And the moment they made that choice, Voyager 1's future path was sealed. The gravity assist that let it study Titan up close also bent its trajectory sharply upward, out of the plane where the planets orbit, permanently ending any chance of visiting another planet ever again. From that point on, Voyager 1 had only one direction left to travel. Out, away from the sun, away from everything familiar, into a region of space that, at the time, existed only in theory. And for the next several decades, that's exactly what it did. Quietly, faithfully, sending back a whisper of data every single day as the distance between it and home grew by millions of miles a year. But then, in 2012, something happened that scientists were not fully prepared for. For years, researchers had debated exactly where the edge of the solar system actually was, not a wall, not a line drawn on a map, but a real physical boundary. The point where the constant outward pressure of our sun's solar wind finally loses its fight against the freezing plasma of interstellar space. Nobody had ever measured it directly. It was only a model, a guess. Then, in August of 2012, Voyager 1's instruments detected something the models never fully predicted. The density of particles around the spacecraft suddenly spiked, dramatically. Scientists back on Earth studied the readings and realized what they were looking at. Voyager 1 hadn't just approached the boundary of the solar system, it had crossed it. For the first time in human history, a machine built by our species was now traveling in the space between the stars. But here's the part that genuinely surprised the scientists monitoring it. The density of interstellar plasma out there was roughly 40 times higher than anything their models had predicted. 40 times. That's not a rounding error. That's a fundamental gap in our understanding of the space just beyond our front door, an environment humanity had theorized about for decades, and gotten wrong the moment we actually touched it. Voyager 1 didn't just leave the solar system. It proved that the space beyond it behaves in ways we hadn't fully anticipated. And that should have been the peak of the story, the historic moment, the triumphant ending. Except Voyager 1 wasn't finished surprising us, not even close. Fast forward to 2022. Voyager 1 is now the single most isolated object ever created by human hands, drifting through interstellar space at over 38,000 miles per hour. Its signal taking nearly a full day just to reach Earth. And then, quietly, something in its behavior changes. The spacecraft's attitude control system, the mechanism responsible for keeping its antenna precisely aimed at Earth, begins sending back telemetry that makes no sense. Not garbled noise, not random junk, something worse. Data formatted in a pattern that didn't match any known operating state the spacecraft had ever been in. And here's what made it genuinely unsettling for the team at JPL. The spacecraft, physically, seemed completely fine. Its antenna was still locked onto Earth with pinpoint accuracy. It was healthy, it was pointed correctly, it was operating. But the data describing its own health was essentially gibberish. Imagine calling a loved one, and their voice sounds completely normal, calm, healthy, but every word out of their mouth is a language that doesn't exist. That was the situation NASA engineers found themselves in. A machine that appeared to be working, describing itself using a vocabulary nobody could translate. Engineers began digging, and eventually they traced the problem to an onboard computer that had technically stopped being used years earlier. An old subsystem quietly routing telemetry through a component that had failed long ago, corrupting the readout before it ever left the spacecraft. They found a workaround. They patched it. Voyager 1 kept flying. Crisis solved. Or so they thought. But this wasn't the biggest surprise still waiting for them. 18 months later, in November 2023, it happened again. Except this time it was worse. Much worse. Voyager 1 began transmitting a signal that, at first glance, looked almost like nothing at all. A flat, repeating pattern over and over, containing no readable engineering data and no readable science data whatsoever. Not corrupted information, not garbled information, essentially nothing. For a spacecraft 16 billion miles from home, this was as close to a nightmare scenario as the mission had ever faced. Because unlike a car or a satellite in Earth's orbit, there was no way to drive out and take a look, no way to send a technician, no way to reboot it with the push of a button. Every single command NASA sent had to travel for nearly 23 hours before it even reached the spacecraft. And then, whatever Voyager 1 did in response, if it responded at all, took another 23 hours to come back. One question. 2 days for an answer. Engineers quickly traced the failure to a different onboard computer, the flight data subsystem, the system responsible for packaging both science and engineering data before sending it home. Somewhere inside that system's memory, something had gone wrong. But they didn't know what. They didn't know where. And they didn't know why. For months, that's all they had. A machine, 16 billion miles away, sending back a signal shaped exactly like a heartbeat monitor with no pulse behind it. Alive, but saying nothing. And every single guess the team made had to be tested with a 46-hour round trip. No fast iteration, no rapid trial and error. Every attempt was a slow, deliberate, nerve-wracking act of patience, stretched across a distance that made every single command feel like sending a message in a bottle into an ocean with no shore on the other side. Scientists weren't expecting a machine built in the 1970s to still be flying, let alone to still be capable of shocking them like this, decades after launch. But then, in March 2024, something changed. A member of NASA's Deep Space Network, the global system of massive radio dishes that talks to spacecraft across the solar system, noticed something buried inside Voyager 1's strange repeating signal. It wasn't nothing, after all. Hidden inside that pattern was a full readout of the flight data subsystem's memory. Every line of code, every stored value, the entire internal state of the failing computer, quietly encoded inside a transmission the team had almost written off as meaningless static. For the first time since November, engineers could actually see what was happening inside the machine's mind. And what they found was almost impossibly small and almost impossibly frustrating. A single corrupted chip, one small piece of hardware, somewhere inside a computer built before most of the engineers working the problem were even born, had failed. And in failing, it had taken roughly 3% of the flight data subsystem's memory down with it. Just 3%. But that 3% happened to include code the entire system needed to function. This changes everything, the team realized, because now they finally understood the shape of the problem. But understanding the problem and fixing it were two very different challenges. They couldn't replace the chip. Nobody has ever repaired physical hardware 16 billion miles from Earth, and nobody ever will. Their only option was almost unbelievably delicate: relocate the lost code into other, still working sections of the computer's memory piece by piece, because no single remaining section was large enough to hold all of it at once. It meant rewriting, essentially, a decades-old piece of software using documentation written before most modern programming languages even existed, sent in fragments across a gap so vast that every single line had to be triple-checked before transmission, because a single mistake could end the mission permanently with no way to undo it. And the team had to do all of this while racing against something else entirely: time. Here's the part of the story that turns this from an engineering puzzle into something with real ticking clock stakes. Voyager 1 is powered by a radioisotope thermoelectric generator, essentially decaying plutonium slowly converting heat into electricity. It has been losing power gradually and permanently since the day it launched, about 4 watts every single year, forever, with no way to refuel, recharge, or replace it. For years, engineers have been forced to make an agonizing decision over and over. Which instruments do we keep alive, and which ones do we switch off forever just to keep the spacecraft's heaters running and its transmitter alive? One by one, the lights have been going out. The cosmic ray detector's stick powering switched off. The instrument measuring low-energy charged particles switched off. Systems that once helped rewrite our understanding of the space beyond our solar system deliberately shut down, not because they failed, but because there simply isn't enough power left to run everything at once. As of this year, only 2 science instruments remain active on Voyager 1. 2. Out of an entire suite that once mapped moons, rings, magnetic fields, and the very edge of the solar wind itself. So when that flight data subsystem failed in November 2023, the team wasn't just racing to fix a broken computer. They were racing against a spacecraft that is, quite literally, running out of power to survive long enough to be fixed. Every failed attempt cost nearly 2 days. And every 2 days, the spacecraft had less energy left to spare. This was the countdown nobody was talking about publicly. A machine dying by watts, while the only humans capable of saving it worked through code written by engineers who, in many cases, had long since retired or passed away. And then, finally, in April 2024, it worked. Engineers successfully relocated the corrupted code into the flight data subsystem's working memory. Slowly, carefully, readable engineering data began arriving back on Earth. Then, 2 months later, in June 2024, the science instruments came back online too. After more than half a year of near-total silence, Voyager 1 was, once again, fully speaking to Earth. It should have been the end of the story. A clean, triumphant finish. Humanity reaches across 16 billion miles, repairs a computer using nothing but patience and 46-year-old blueprints, and wins. But this wasn't the biggest surprise still waiting. Because even after the fix worked, nobody has ever confirmed exactly why that chip failed in the first place. Think about that for a moment. They found the broken piece, they rerouted around it, they brought the spacecraft back from what looked like a permanent mission-ending failure, but the actual cause, the reason a single, small piece of 46-year-old hardware suddenly stopped working at that exact moment, after decades of flawless operation, was never confirmed. Was it the slow accumulation of radiation damage out in the harsh environment of interstellar space, finally catching up to a computer chip designed in an era before anyone fully understood those risks? Was it simple old age, a component that had somehow defied the odds for 46 years, finally reaching the natural end of its life? Or was it something else, something the team still can't rule out? Nobody knows, not for certain, not even now. And here's what makes that unresolved detail so unsettling if you sit with it for a second. This isn't a car, where you can pull the failed part and study it under a microscope. This isn't even the International Space Station, where astronauts can physically inspect damaged hardware. Voyager 1 is 16 billion miles away, moving further from us every single second, and the only evidence anyone will ever have about what happened inside that chip is the data it sent back before it died. The full answer, if it exists at all, may be permanently physically unreachable. That's the signal NASA still can't fully explain. Not the garbled data itself, they solved that. It's the why behind it. The cause sitting just outside the edge of what we're capable of ever confirming. And if you think that's the end of the strange part of this story, it isn't. Because the same aging spacecraft that just survived a near-total computer failure is now facing a second, quieter danger. Voyager 1's small thrusters, the ones responsible for tiny corrections that keep its antenna precisely locked onto Earth, rely on fuel lines that have been in continuous operation for nearly half a century. Over that time, tiny particles of silica have been slowly building up inside those lines, like mineral deposits inside old plumbing. If those lines fully clog, the spacecraft loses the ability to keep its antenna pointed at Earth. And if that happens, there's no fixing it. Ever. The moment Voyager 1's antenna drifts even slightly off target across a distance of 16 billion miles, the connection is gone. Permanently. A silence that would never be broken again. NASA's own project manager has said it plainly. If those propellant lines ever fully freeze or clog, the mission ends. Not gradually, immediately. So even after solving one of the strangest unexplained failures in the mission's history, the team is still, every single day, managing multiple quiet countdowns at once. Power, propellant, and the ever-growing physical distance that makes every single problem harder to diagnose and slower to fix. And in just a few months from now, Voyager 1 is set to cross a threshold no human-made object has ever reached before. On November 18th, 2026, Voyager 1 will become the first object built by human hands to reach one full light day from Earth. 16 billion miles. A distance so vast that a radio signal traveling at the fastest speed physically possible in our universe needs an entire day just to make the one-way trip. Send a message on a Monday morning, and the reply, if there is one, arrives Wednesday morning. Not because of any limitation in our technology, because that is simply how big the universe is. Think about what that actually means. Every single decision the team makes now unfolds across a 2-day round trip, into a machine running on dwindling power, built from technology that predates the personal computer, still faithfully carrying a golden record of who we are, still transmitting, still reaching further into the dark than anything else our species has ever sent. And somewhere inside its recent history sits a fault nobody has ever fully explained. A chip that failed for reasons we may never confirm. A 5-month silence that revealed just how fragile and how remarkable our grip on this incredible machine really is. So here's where we land. Voyager 1 was never supposed to still be flying. It was never supposed to survive the crossing into interstellar space. It was never supposed to keep speaking to us, year after year, decade after decade, long after the engineers who built it had grown old, retired, and, in many cases, passed away without ever knowing how the story would end. And yet, right now, tonight, somewhere 16 billion miles from where you're sitting, a machine built in 1977 is still moving outward at over 38,000 miles an hour, carrying a message meant for whoever or whatever might one day find it. It survived a failure nobody could initially read. It survived a fix that required rewriting decades-old code across a gap that makes every attempt feel like reaching blindly into the dark. And it is still, even now, hiding a question nobody has been able to fully answer. What really happened inside that chip, out there, alone, in a place no human will ever physically visit? Maybe we'll never know for certain. But maybe that's the part of this story that matters most. Because Voyager 1 isn't just a machine anymore. It's proof of something almost unbelievable. That a species capable of making mistakes, running out of time, and racing against its own limitations can still reach across 16 billion miles of empty, freezing dark, and bring something home from the edge of everything we understand. It's still out there right now, still listening, still speaking, and somewhere, encoded in silence and static, it's still carrying a message none of us will ever fully receive an answer to.